Welcome to Storytime with Blazin. As all the stories are, they're from the many corners of my mind, but they take place in the world of Lorne, or the Four Corners. This one in particular takes place on the edge of the hollowed woods, a dark and creepy place. Don't go in there. You're gonna get grabbed. Well, hello there. I wasn't expecting to see you so soon, but I was just wondering if I could read you a little bit of a bedtime story and tuck you into bed. This story is called The Stained Glass Spider, and obviously this one comes out of the world of Lorne, or the world of the Four Corners. It's a book that I started writing when I was probably about 13. It was a nice little place for me to slide down and escape the hardships in life. This particular story takes place in the stained glass cathedral, which is at the edge and the backside of the hall. This one is called The Stained Glass Spider. What say you? Shall we go on this adventure today and fight some arachnids? I think we shall. What do you say? Get your swords and shields ready. It's gonna be a fight. A shudder and a hesitancy brewed and festered in my heart. How could I truly do this? Enough your questioning, Egan. You know the fate of all of ABM lies in your hands. If you don't get through those catacombs, the shields of Alornia will fall, and the rest of the elementals will begin to siege all four corners. With one last deep breath, Egan grabbed hold of the hands adorning the large cathedral doors. Made of a curious black and arcane-looking metal, they were shaped of many eyes that felt like they were watching you, your past, present, and future. Was this entire cathedral made of watchers? With one more push of force, the door swung open. Beams of light poured into the open, cobweb-covered pews. A wave of dust sprung forth from the door's wind. As Egan took notice of this, he heard a loud screech, followed by many other tiny, bone-chilling, shrilling sounds. As he heard this, he looked to the far side of the cathedral. It reverberated so loud. The halls of this place were so dark and damp. Echoes of their screams bounced off the walls. The only light was coming from the other illuminated end. When he finally adjusted his eyes to the beautiful but macabre giant stained glass on the other side, one giant skull-shaped spider, followed by hundreds of smaller spiders, began to descend on their lines of silk. They were intent on coming for me. Of course, the catacombs are beneath the altar, beneath the window. Egan takes his second sword from his back, takes one last breath, and lets out a thunderous battle cry. For the Four Corners! He charges, full speed through the air. He swings, floats in slow motion, and slams down into the first wave of spiders, bone, flesh, and blood flying. A spinneret comes flying towards his face. He dodges left, grabs it, slices it, and throws it back to the spider which it came from. Wave after wave he fights until he finally reaches the queen, the one that is referred to in the land as the stained glass spider. She was such a beautiful, bizarre, and terrifying sight. A mix of arcane flesh, and parts of her body were truly made of pieces of stained glass, so as when she moved, the light would catch on her carapace, and refractions would dance out from different parts. With one long hiss, she let out a drawn-out cry and began to slink forward. Come now, little one, let's get this over with and life can begin again. Did she know I was to defeat her as was prophesied? If so, she definitely did not let me get the win on her just so easily. With one vaulting leap, she flung towards me. All 8 legs curled backwards. I flung my swords up in a cross defense, and just as I did, she swung her arms back like a polearm and crashed them down upon my swords. I slid back and groaned. This is going to be a long, hard fight. I hope you enjoyed that little tiny story from the many corners of my mind, and also the land of the 4 corners, the world of Lornia. Now, I know I said I was going to tuck you in, and I ended up screaming at you, but hopefully that little story can put you to sleep, and I can tuck you in bed all nice and warm. If there's anything I can share, is that I'm going to keep on sharing my mind and my heart, and I'm going to keep on passing out torches for those who are in the dark. That being said, if you're fighting in the dark, if you're fighting those nasty arachnids, I love you. And I'm going to keep on spreading light. So that's the thing. Go on, go out there, be crazy, spread some love, be weird, and reach out if you need help. That being said, thank you so much for inviting me into your homes for the next installment of Storytime with Blazin. I hope you all have a beautiful, fantastic night, and I will catch you on the next corners of my mind. I love you guys. Peace out.